Up Monday Night Knicks, the free agency post-mortem show. CP from KnicksFanTV. My man Jay Ellis from the Nick of Time show. If you're a diehard Knicks fan who likes to talk about Knicks news, Knicks rumors, and post-game fan reactions and analysis after every game, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. This is the home of the diehard Knicks fan, number one show on YouTube for the fans, by the fans. Now, Jails.
Yeah, man.
You always seem to miss the important events.
Dog,
It's all good though, man. Family first. Family first.
I'm not gonna lie, Dan. Like, I want to be here for like every show.
Yeah.
I don't end. I mean, besides meeting Moke, because I would love to meet Moke. I don't envy getting the live reaction.
Yeah, it was a rough one, man. I did about 3 hours last night. Tired, but it was important. It was the most important off season in our history, and we caught a rude awakening, bro. That's just how I see it. We caught a rude awakening, and now it's time to go to work. But give me your reactions, man. I talked a lot yesterday. Give me your reactions on everything, and let's put this thing to bed.
Well, first and foremost, I was having phone trouble, so I got all my news in like big chunks.
Yeah.
So I saw my news. This is like KD is going to the Nets. Dolan isn't going to. I got all that shit back to back. Randle's. I was like, what? I was like, yo. So it was like a lot of me being depressed.
Yeah.
And it's random screaming while my girlfriend was like, are you okay?
It was a rough day, man.
It was a rough day. But like after the sleep and then waking up to the news and then seeing the Bulls report of saying the Knicks never got a meeting, it felt a little better than a little bit.
You know what? And that's the thing we really gotta correct people on, because there was so much mass hysteria when ESPN and Ramona Shelburne and them was like, oh, Dolan didn't want to offer him the max. And so many people got on the, oh, blame Dolan, this, Dolan, that, Dolan. It was such lazy thinking to me, man. Such lazy thinking to me.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing. And I was talking to a couple people off the bridge. Like,
yeah.
To be honest, when I saw that news, I was like, yo, Dolan really messed us up.
Right.
Like, that's my first thought. But then after I found out, I was okay, I got the whole story. I was like, all right. I felt a lot better. I felt more like, all right, we just missed because the Nets had a better record. And we're not there yet. But as long as we don't do anything stupid, like max out Tobias Harris, which we didn't, as you can see,
right,
by all the filtered in, then it's still all right. If you remember when the KP trade went down a few years ago and everybody was depressed, I said, well, look, now we're really in the running for 2 max free agents.
Yeah.
And the worst case scenario is a slow rebuild. And right now, this is the worst case scenario. And the worst case scenario really isn't that bad. The worst part is taking all the jokes from.
It's the media hit. We knew it was gonna come. It's the media hit.
Yeah.
I was all right, man. I'll tell you one thing. I was all right. Like I said, I tell you guys all the time, I don't watch. My man hit me like, yo, did you see Stephen A's rant? No, I don't care. I don't care what Max Kellerman has to say. I don't care what Matt Barnes has to say. I don't care what any of the talking heads have to say. Because at the end of the day, this guy took... We should have already known. We said this. We don't know what he's thinking. And we should have already known from the time he went to Golden State to now it's not about public perception. The dude does what he wants to do. And the bottom line is we have to respect the fact that we took the Nets for granted. We took what they built for granted. And we took for granted the fact that, we just want to rely on our name and the brand and this and the third. These guys don't care about that. It means nothing. It means nothing, J. Ellis. He wanted to live in New York, and he wanted to play for a team that's in a better position to win. Bottom line. We got to accept that and take the L, man.
Yeah, bottom line is we had 17 wins. I felt like if the Nets had 44 wins and the Knicks had 44 wins, then I think they would have chosen this.
Yeah.
But in reality, if Kevin Durant was healthy, in my heart, I believe he would have chosen the Knicks. Like, and that's just in my heart. I don't know that's for a fact. I just believe he felt like he would have had the cachet to either attract another free agent by himself or be like, yo, pull LeBron, carry the team by myself, and wait for somebody else to get here later via trade or whatever.
He wasn't coming here to save the team. Like, and that's why I was always wondering, like, what is it about us that makes it? You heard me say it, bro. I'm not just making this up. What is it about us that would have made this man want to come here? There was nothing appealing about it. Yeah, we have the future pieces. We have the future assets. Yeah. Golden State could have gave him more money and a quicker route to the chip every single year.
Yeah.
The Clippers, that I didn't see. And the Nets gave him what he wanted. He wanted to come to New York. He moved everything to New York. And they give him a team that's a chance to win. He could play with his friends. The KD and Kyrie thing was true. They wanted to play together, clearly.
Yeah.
And once the Nets shipped out Allen Crabbe with that draft pick, that's when they became a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah,
and Pooch said it. We saw Pooch at Barclays. He said it, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, ironically, like the day we got RJ was, everybody was happy for the Knicks, but at the same time, the Nets were kind of setting up when they started trading draft picks and players to clear up cap space. And it was like, wait a minute, all of a sudden they had the second most available cap space for definitely like $2 million short of what the Knicks had.
Right.
So that was just like, that was an uh-oh sign already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Once they got into the game, we should have respected it, but we didn't because we went on this little brother stuff. I was guilty of it. We always, just trash talk and bragging rights, braggadocio, all of that.
I said they were a threat, but I got talked off the ledge. I should have stuck to my guns. I should have stuck.
We didn't think that there was any way possible that these two dudes could walk into our backyard and say, you know what, I don't even need a meeting. I know exactly what I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it just seemed like the TDs were here. I felt like things were set up perfectly, other than the winning.
Yeah.
And that's really what it was.
That's it.
Everything was set up perfectly except for the win.
That's it. But see, here's where the media thing is crazy though, because they set it up like KD made his decision based on the fact that we didn't want to give him the money, and that's not what it was.
And that's
the timing of when they put that out was meant to make us look bad and meant to make Dolan look bad. That's what it was. The whole timing of the report was to make it spread like, oh, we didn't want to give him the max, and that's why he chose the Nets. No, he took less money to go to the Nets so that DeAndre could eat. That had nothing to do with us, man.
Yo, CP, like today was the day when I was actually happy that we kind of do this Knicks, like speak directly to the fans, because the misinformation. Like we're so plugged in because we kind of like addicted to this,
right?
Kind of almost irrationally, that we see all the tea leaves, we see what's going on, and we know when it's bull. Even if we don't know that second one is bull, like we can just we get so much information, we can decipher when it's bull faster than most people. I spend half my day talking to coworkers, cousins, friends, telling them that was bull, and this is why A, B, C, and D.
Yeah. All it was to incite the haters, incite the fan base, and rile them up. He was never even considering this. It had nothing to do with the offer. And hey, maybe, just maybe, the guy that writes the checks and has the final say, maybe he had every right to question the deal. Because we would have killed him if he made it, and we would have killed him if he didn't make it.
And that's absolutely true. I don't fault him for asking for medical.
Come on, man.
Standard operating.
We just killed them for doing the Amari thing with no insurance. And now we kill him for questioning this dude off the Achilles. Come on, man. And Woj even said, if they wanted to come, he would have made the deal. He would have gotten his arm twisted and he would have done it.
Yeah. But it was all up to, exactly. Like, The front office would have convinced them, but we never got.
Come on, man.
We never got to the table. And like, I still believe Fizz has one of the. He probably was one of the best salesmen there is, but he never even got a chance to sell.
And so now they put it out there right after the decision. Oh, Dolan didn't want to offer him the max. And that was not the full story. That was not the full story. Like, stop going for the low-hanging fruit and understand that just because we shed all this money and we're the Knicks, everyone's going to... It doesn't work that way anymore, man. It does not work that way anymore. We have to start fielding a competitive basketball team, and we're just getting started. So for the people that left and went to Brooklyn, we say goodbye. It's been real. You know what I mean? For the people that's here that's still frustrated, you have to understand that, yes, patience is running thin. But when you go out and you sign Joakim Noah to a crazy deal, when you go out, you extend Carmelo, which is, in hindsight, not a good move. You know what I mean? You go out and you trade for Bargnani, a first-round pick. That's not a good move. Those things set you back.
And let's be real too. Like, I'd be real. Like, the Nets. They're in fourth year they rebuild.
Yes, they went through four straight losing seasons.
They're in their fourth year of their rebuild. We're in our second year right now.
Right.
So, like, I was also talking to somebody, and they was talking about the Nets just popped up and came out of nowhere.
No, they didn't.
No. They worked out of their hole, though. They didn't pop up out of nowhere. It took them a few years to dig out of the hole they're in. So, realistically, let's just say hypothetically, Dolan sold the team right now.
Oh, God.
I don't know if you guys realize it, but if Dolan sold the team right now, it probably be the worst possible freaking time. Because what happens when somebody sells a team? Everybody's on the clock for that year. Usually somebody sells a team, new regime comes in, they rearrange everything. Scott Perry, Steve Mills, everything that's being built up to this point would have to start completely over again.
Mm-hmm.
And keeping it 100, like, even though the optics look bad because the little brother team got the big fish,
right?
In reality, we still are on the right track. And selling the team right now would be a mistake.
I believe it.
And as long as Dolan keeps in his lane where he is right now, just on the sideline, not meddling, then I feel like we should just keep going in the direction that we're going.
That's my thing, man. We're on the track. You have to let it develop. I'm not trying to sit here and throw Dolan bail and be his spokesman. Yeah, he made some mistakes. We know what those mistakes are. But I feel like that the hate just goes way too far. And then you got people sending me petitions like, "Yo, sign this, dog. We gotta get Dolan."
I'm not signing.
Like,
no,
bro,
that's a bad idea. I'm not signing. Stephen A. Stop it.
I'm not signing no damn petition to ask a billionaire to sell his team. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Like, use your energy elsewhere, man. You know what I mean? Go raise some money for some less fortunate people on the street. You talk about petition.
I'll feel you, yo. I'm gonna just let you. I'm gonna let you guys on a little secret right now. This is you on Knicks Fan TV, listening to the Knicks Time Show. We are actual fans with invested feelings, with the real analysis and things like that. There's a lot of journalists that out there that I respect, and I actually respect Stephen A. and all those guys as well. But a lot of people just take takes for ratings and ratings only, man.
Yeah, it's entertainment.
It's entertainment, dog. Like, they do to sell the team stuff, though, it's because it's popular and it's easy to push out and sell and click. You mention the Knicks and something bad, click. Everybody eats it, everybody shares it.
Let me ask you something. Bro. Let me ask you something. You think in 2017, June of 2017, James Dolan picked up the phone and said, "You know what, Phil? I want you to draft this French kid because he's the man. Draft this kid over everybody else because I like him. This is what we need to do." You think Dolan sat there and said, "We need to draft Frank"?
No!
That was a mistake, and that's why Phil fell on his sword, man. Because probably this is what happened. After that happened, Mills went to Dolan and said, listen, man, I told this guy to draft so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. We didn't want Frank, and this is what happened. And he's trying to trade Porzingis. And Dolan said, you know what? For the sake of the franchise, we got to get this guy out of here. I made a mistake.
That's exactly what happened. I feel like it was really more the Porzingis thing than anything. He was like, oh, you trying to trade our best player? I'm going to try. I feel like that was the I feel like Dolan was trying to appease Porzingis from that point on and try to keep his best player, and that's why Phil was out in the first place. He was trying to save it.
Listen, at the end of the day, the people he has picked, because he himself has said he doesn't know basketball. He's admitted that, and he's right. He doesn't know basketball. He puts people, and neither does he know hockey, but he puts people in, like Mills on basketball, Sather on hockey, that he trusts, and those people have in the past not made the right decisions, right? Let's look at Glenn Grunwald, right? And we're gonna get to the calls. Let's look at Glenn Grunwald. He put that Knicks tape team together. You love that team, right? Melo, and he brought in Tyson. He brought in Rasheed Wallace, Kurt Thomas, can be back. Second team,
very short.
Second team in the East, right? Yeah. But then once they get embarrassed in Indiana, and he feels like Roy Hibbert is a second coming to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and says, you know what, we need the Roy Hibbert stopper. Let's bring a stretch forward here. Here's a first round pick, unprotected, and 2 second rounders. Give me Andrea Bargnani. That's not a good move.
Nope.
But that's not Dolan's fault. That's what I'm trying to say. But those are the things that hurt you down the road.
Yeah, man. Those are things that hurt you down the road. Like he trusted the wrong people. I mean, that's really his biggest fault. If it comes to the building basketball team, he's not physically calling these people,
He's not calling the shots.
He's hiring the people right now.
He's hiring the people.
Right now, I feel like he has the right people in place.
I trust Perry, man. I trust Perry. But he just got here. And that's the thing. He just got here. Scott Perry's not going to mortgage the assets, at least from what I gather right now.
Right.
He's not going to mortgage the future. He's not going to make those silly gambles.
Now, some of these free agents signing, I actually love all of them individually.
Okay.
I don't know if we want to get into that.
Let's get into that now, man. The new guys, because this is what the show is really about, man. It's about the new guys, man. So we went out. Now, we didn't get our 2 top targets, but we got Julius Randle. We got Taj Gibson. We got Bobby Portis, Reggie Bullock, Wayne Ellington, and Elfrid Payton minus the haircut. He trimmed it down. I was able.
Spray logo
it was much easier for me to get the graphic to fit. I didn't have to you know what I mean, cut all around. It was real flat top. So we got Elfrid Payton. All right, so let's do our quick reactions to that, and then we'll get to the phones. What did you think about it?
Okay, first and foremost, Julius Randle has been the one that's been reported the most. I feel like most Knicks fans wanted Julius Randle. Very, very good upside. He did some things for the Pelicans when Anthony Davis was down. I don't remember the stats off the bat, but I know you have the graphic.
Yeah, 21-8, 52% from the field as Julius Randle.
21-8. 21-8. We talked about him. You know all about his stats, man. Underrated passer. Defense needs to be kind of talked up a bit.
Right.
People say he has quick feet, so he'll be able to defend on the perimeter if he's motivated, but so far he hasn't shown that. But maybe Fizz can get something out of him. But on the offensive end, he should be fine.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think, listen, we needed a 4. As we said, we needed a 4. He's very versatile offensively. I thought he came off a good year with the Pelicans. And he's young. He's 24 years old. He's still young, man. So this is a move that, listen, you could have your potential for a long time, and it's a friendly contract deal. The pro to all of these contracts is that we kept the cap flexible. Most of these guys are damn near on a 1-year deal tryout. You got Julius on a 2-year because he has the most potential out of these guys.
Julius on a 3-year.
He's right. He's on a 3-year, but with a 2-year option, right?
Yeah, 2 years.
30 years partially guaranteed or something like that.
Right.
So I say I give that a B plus. I give that the Randle signing a B plus.
Okay.
Bobby Portis. Another move that was made.
Mm-hmm.
Now Portis is shooting 40% from the three.
I love it.
He could play basically all three front court positions, but you're gonna put him at the 4 and some 5 in small ball duties.
Yeah.
Rebounds the ball well, tough, gritty. You know he's not gonna back down. Let's just ask Nikola Mirotic how his eye how that eye jam he's doing.
Mirotic was so he's still angry. He went to Europe, dog.
Yeah, he was so shook. He's like, I need to leave here altogether.
Yeah, man, he's still feeling.
Absolutely. So Porter shot about 40% from 3 this year, 50% effective field goal range, 14-8. 14-8, Bobby Portis. Another 1-1 deal. I mean, listen, again, with him and Randle defensively, that's not what you want. I believe they ranked pretty much damn near next to Canner in terms of defensive real plus minus.
Mm-hmm.
You know, however you want to take those advanced stats, but you know, they're not the best defenders. And again, so this is on Fizz. This is on the coaching staff. Can we get these guys to commit on the defensive side of the ball?
Exactly. You know what's that's going to be the challenge for Fizz. What I really like about Portis, I mean, at least offensively, you heard me complain about the
It's like you left a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, now you're good.
You heard me complain about the spacing and how RJ Barrett might have the same problems he had at Duke in New York if we don't get some shooting, and especially shooting at the 4 position. Having Portis next to RJ Barrett could alleviate some of that and give him some space, and DSJ as well. So It helps. Having shooters in that 4 position in general is going to help the Knicks out a lot.
Agreed.
Especially the guards, as we talk about the guards moving forward, knowing the guards can't outright shoot as of yet.
Right. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit tricky. Definitely going to be a little bit tricky. I hear you on that. But again, another young guy, you know, you take a gamble on him. He doesn't kill you in terms of the salary. Basically a 1-year deal. And you see if Fizz can get him right, kid. You know what I mean? You see if Fizz can get him right. Portis deal, I'll give it a B minus C. I'll give it a B minus. So
okay.
I'll give him a little bly there. I'll give him a B minus. Taj Gibson. I mean, with Gibson now, here's what I like about Gibson. He gives you a veteran presence. Obviously, we know what his pedigree is. Very tough. You know, rebounds. He's tenacious, man. We know Taj Gibson from the Bulls days. Definitely not what he was in his prime. You know, he's clearly lost it a little bit, but I think we really needed a veteran leader and a capable leader on the court. You know, Lance was that in the locker room, but he really killed us on the court. And Gibson, yeah, again, you overpaid a little, but you had to hit that cap. You had to hit that number. So, you know, it is what it is. I think it'll end up paying off in terms of just having that, again, that veteran presence on the floor, defensive minded.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to be out there communicating. He's going to help Portis. He's going to help Mitch. He's going to help Randle. So I think that was a savvy move, honestly.
Yeah, I really like Gibson as a vet. He, like you said, you named all of his good. Little known fact, I actually before I was in graphic design, motion design, whatever, I was a mover. I actually worked with this dude who claimed to be Taj Gibson's grandfather the year he was drafted.
Nice.
And he was telling me about Taj Gibson, and I know he wanted to be a Knick at one point. I know he's thought about being a Knick at one point. So now that the Knicks have slightly overpaid him, welcome to the year, Taj Gibson.
Now that the Knicks do what they do best,
but
he'll slide right in, man. He'll slide right in.
And I hope you mentor our bigs like Mitchell Robinson, and you put on one for the city. I know he's a Brooklyn guy too, so
absolutely.
Could be weird, but he's here with us. So
that's right. That's right. Hey, we got over 1,400 people in here right now. I'm hoping I'm looking correctly. Salute to everybody watching. Just had to interrupt that, JLs. We got a lot of people in here. hey,
Yeah.
all is not lost. I don't know if these are people that feel sorry for us or these are people who are believers. But we welcome you to the chat. Either way, welcome to the show. This is for the diehard Knicks fan, but everybody's welcome, baby. And if you haven't left for Brooklyn, hey, even more welcome, man. Hit that thumbs up button. We got 160 likes right now. Let's get to 500 likes before we get this thing over with. If you guys are new viewers, it got to be a ton of new viewers. Hit that hashtag new. People, you know what? Let me slow down my chat as well because my chat is going crazy right now. My chat is going wild right now. Let me slow that down. I got to put in slow-mo mode. Sorry, people. Let's slow that down. Okay. All right, so that's Taj Gibson. Again, I like it from a vet leadership standpoint. We needed that, JLs. We have none right now.
Yeah.
The longest tenured Knick is Frank Ntilikina, and that may not be for long.
Well, when we talk about the next sign, I mean, depends how you look at it. We'll see.
Yeah.
You might be right. You're very possibly right.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to Big Jant 61587. Welcome to the show. Aaron Rowe, welcome to the show. What's going on? None of your business. Welcome to the show, man.
Oh yeah, somebody said I said slightly overpaid Taj Gibson only because of the years. You only give him 2 years, and it's a team option for the second year. So
right.
I'm not crying over slight overpays if it's not long term. You know what I'm saying?
Right. J.E. Dancer, what's going on? Hashtag new. Mr. Point Guard. Hashtag new. What's going on? All right, let me just slow this chat down just a slight tad more. Sorry, people. I know you guys want to rapidly react, but we got to slow this down a little bit. There's a lot of people chatting. All right, so we went through Taj Gibson, Portis, Randle, Reggie Bullock. Reggie Bullock, come to the stage. Now, this is, listen, we tried to address another area of need in three-point shooting.
Yeah.
This guy's a career 40% three-point shooter. Now, last year with the Lakers, his numbers dipped a little bit. Dipped a little bit with the Lakers. But 2 years ago with the Pistons, he shot damn near 45% from three, JLs. I mean, those are good numbers. The Knicks did like him coming into the draft a couple of years back. They did like him as a potential, 3-and-D guy. So, here's a guy off the bench that could spread the floor, as you said. We were in bad shape in terms of perimeter shooting, man. We had none. So
now we got a few guys who are pushing 38, 40% from three, which is you considering we were damn near last in the NBA in three-point shooting.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, I don't think it's a bad move. I don't see it as a bad move. I'll give it a B-. He averaged about 9 points a game last year. Let's see if we can get him at the rock in his spots.
Yeah.
Run some plays for him.
Especially if you're talking about he's playing small forward. So we talked about having Knox, and it seemed like we were kind of thin at small forward a little bit when it comes to at least the veterans. Mm-hmm. So he can help spill Knox and get some three-point shooting from there, And just for context, too, you talk about three-point shooting, he shot 38% in 2016.
Right.
44% in 2017, and before he was even traded to the Lakers, he shot 38%. As I told you, when DSJ got traded to the Knicks, his numbers dipped. The same thing happened to him when he hit the Lakers. You got to get acclimated into a new team. You got to know the system. A lot of variables. So, I think he'll be fine with a full summer and training camp. He'll be able to spread the floor for the Knicks.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to take a chance. There wasn't that many three-point shooters. JJ Redick went to the Pelicans. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mirotic left.
Yeah.
That there wasn't too many great 3-point shooters out there, man. I think this guy's Bogdanovich went to the Jazz. I thought Utah had a good free agency first day. Utah definitely added some talent there. I like Bogdanovich was on our free agency top 10 list.
Yeah, he was.
So we take a chance on Bullock. Why not? Why not, man? And then another guy, it's similar. Let me just fix my highlights here. Wayne Ellington come to the stage. Yep. Wayne Ellington back for his second tour with the Orange and Blue JLs. What'd you think on Wayne Ellington pickup?
Another guy. He's one.
Another guy.
There's a theme happening right here, CP.
Yeah.
Shooters, man. more shooters, another guy who can help spread the floor, something that the Knicks sorely miss. We got so many shooters, though. I hope they bring my guy Dotson back. They better stop playing.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine Dot being back. I don't see why Dotson wouldn't be back. But
It's only $1 million pick up, right?
Yeah.
1.6.
Yeah. Now, listen, Ellington had a pretty decent year with Miami. Now, don't sleep on Ellington, man. He had a pretty decent year. Let me pull up his numbers. Let's pull up Wayne Ellington's numbers right now.
Yo, did the Knicks ever trade for him and he never ended up playing?
They did. He was a former Knick in Wayne Ellington.
Like on paper, right? Like I remember reading his name in some.
Yeah, I don't recall him getting a game in with us.
Yeah, but he was traded for and then like released or something.
Yeah, shot 37% from three. Not the greatest. 40% overall.
Yo, thank you, Kristen. See, this is why I love the chat stuff. They give you instant information when you can't remember stuff off the bat.
Let's see. It doesn't look like he didn't play a game for the Knicks.
No, he didn't play, but he was traded.
He was in a trade.
Yeah, Kristen, we had Wayne Ellington back from the Dallenberg Calderon. Yeah,
that's right. The Dallas trade. Yeah. The Dallas trade.
But he never played a game. And I remember looking at him, we need shooting. This would be dope. And then he got released.
That's right. Looks like the best year he had from three was damn near 7 years ago. Memphis, 42% from three. Or Dallas, about 42%. Yeah. It's all right.
Yo, I think we cut him for did we cut him for Sean? Remember that dude that was with him for like 1 year? He was a one. He was like a one. Who was the Sean? Yo, we got so many like.
Who? Sean Williams? Sean Williams, 3-point shooter.
Yeah. Did we cut him for Sean Williams?
No, Sean Williams was a few years before Ellington.
Oh, okay. I'm mixing the time.
Sean Williams was a few years before Ellington. I give Ellington a C+. I don't see the immediate need for him. But listen, add depth. We needed depth. We needed a veteran presence. He's a vet, been in the league 10 years now. And there's something to be said about that. You still need good locker room guys. You still need professionals in there. We got a lot of young guys. So Ellington, I'll give him a C.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'll give him a C. Elfrid Payton.
Hey.
This was today's pickup. Elfrid Payton and the new dude are coming to the Garden. 5 straight triple doubles is his claim to fame last year, Jay Ellis. This was a guy that Scott Perry had liked from his days in Orlando.
Yep.
A guy that we finally got a guy that can run the offense. I'll say that. That's a pro for Elfrid Payton. We have a guy that can run the offense. Go ahead.
I'll say this. A few years ago, I was doing a show, and I talked about Payton, and I felt like the Knicks should take a chance on him because he can run an offense, and because he was fast, and he was a defensive player. I like defensive guards, and at that time he was a defensive guard, and he's one of those guys who's going to put the effort on the defense.
That's right.
He's going to disrupt other guys' offense, and he's going to be able to, put guys in the spots to run the team. Now, the concern is the shooting. You still don't have a guard who can shoot.
Yeah.
But it seemed like he was turning a corner a little bit a few years ago. But he got injured last season, so I felt like the injury kind of set him back.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I mean, I think you have another guy. He's not going to be a good floor spacer for you. Between him, DSJ, RJ, your backcourt, we don't have that great of shooters in the backcourt with the exception of maybe ISO and Dot, from an efficiency standpoint.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a point. We don't have a point guard.
Yeah, we don't have a true point guard either. So
that can shoot.
Right. So, those are the pros and cons.
Yeah.
Those are the pros and cons. And you can't discredit the fact that he's probably the best facilitating point guard that we have in the team.
That's a fact. Like, what is his stat? Wait, I think his stats were like damn near triple double, even though. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting Kadeem Allen. Thanks. Shout out to the chat. Kadeem Allen can shoot for sure.
Yeah. Well, according to Tommy Beer, shout out to our guy Tommy Beer. He was a guest of the show. I tried to get Tommy on for this week, JL, so he said he's booked up. He's mad busy. He said catch him after Summer League. We should be good. He says only 5 players in NBA history recorded triple-double 5 straight games. Jordan, Wilt, Westbrook, Oscar Robertson, Elfrid Payton. So that means we got a future Hall of Famer joining us.
So it seems like
that's what that means. Let's go.
That's all right, CP.
Who needs KD when we got Elfrid Payton, future Hall of Famer, baby. One of 5 to record 5 straight triple doubles. But in all seriousness, he averaged 11, 9, and 6 after the All-Star break, which ranked for 4th in the NBA. So
yeah, man, I had my eye on him for a while. I think I said this before that I wouldn't mind signing him. My concern has always been signing young guys and trying to pick a direction on who to develop first. And so I know there's gonna be a point guard battle between him and DSJ and Kadeem Allen.
yeah.
I don't even know if Frank is gonna be in the picture again.
Well, that's the question.
Yeah.
That is the question, the $1 million question for you and for everybody in the chat. What happens to Frank? This might be a setup question, JLs, because they're going to start roasting.
Yeah,
what happens to Frank, though? What happens to Frank? You got DSJ. You have Elfrid Payton now. First off, JLs, who's going to be starting? Who are you starting? Are you starting Elfrid or are you starting DSJ? Who's going to win that battle in training camp? That's an early question.
Man, listen, I feel like DSJ most likely will start, but you know me, I like defense, and considering how RJ doesn't play, his defense is a little shaky. On ball good, off ball bad.
Mm-hmm.
Knox, off ball bad. On ball sometimes good, sometimes bad.
Yeah,
I would like to have defense at the point guard position to start, but I already know it's going to be DSJ.
You think so?
I think it's going to be DSJ off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fizz is gonna come back with that. Keep what you killed part 2 is gonna be back.
Oh, you
know that. Keep what you killed part 2 is happening, man.
It's happening. No,
it's happening, man. So we'll see. We'll see what happens breaking out of camp. But it should be motivation for DSJ for sure. He's got to come back right. He's gonna come back healthy. Get that back straightened out. That back injuries at such a young age. That's tough to see. I hope he comes back. I hope he comes back motivated. Because I feel like, he showed us some flashes. Can he run the offense? We don't know. But time will tell, man. Yeah,
time will tell. And like I said, I feel like Fizz kind of prioritizes guards who can score more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I know they saying he preaches defense and stuff, but I feel like he's going to prioritize scoring more.
Well, hey. Clock, clock is on now, man. There's no more looking forward. We're looking at now. We need to start establishing that the identity, can't say it enough. The identity and the culture has to be established, and Fizz is on the clock, man. Fizz is on the clock. So as we look at the depth chart, obviously right now, if you say DSJ, we got DSJ, RJ, Knox, Randle, and Mitch as your starters. DSJ being backed up by Elfrid, Frank. At the twos, you got RJ, Dotson, Ellington, ISO. Where's ISO gonna be in the mix?
Oh, ISO gotta get burned.
Where's ISO gonna be in the mix? He gotta get burned over Ellington, I would think.
I would think he'd be over Dotson and Ellington, I would think.
Yeah. Small forward at the wing, you go Knox, you go Bullock, you got Iggy. Don't forget about Iggy.
Yeah.
we'll see, man.
I'm worried about my guy Dot, yo. I'm worried about my guy Dot.
Well, hey, you got to show and prove, man. At the 4, you got Randle and Porter splitting time at the 4, and then you got Taj backing up Mitch at the 5. I like that front court.
Yeah.
I like that front court. What do you guys think in the chat about that front court?
I want Porter to be a good defender so bad.
Yeah, well, that's going to be on Fizz, man. That's going to be on Fizz. Well, let's get Go ahead. What'd you say?
Oh, if anybody has a chance to be a good defender, like, it's Portis, man, because he has the length and the speed to be a good defender. So I feel like he can do a lot better if he's coached up. Hopefully they coach him up.
Right, facts. All right, let's get to the phones, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. We got about 1,500 people on YouTube alone. Shout out to everybody watching on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. If this is your first time watching, this is the home of the Die Hard Knicks fan, where we talk about Knicks news, Knicks rumors, and post-game fan reactions after every game. So if you are a diehard Knicks fan, just a basketball fan, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, share these videos. That's how you support us. If you want to support us, you share these videos, hit that thumbs up, and enjoy the show, man. Appreciate everyone's support so far. All right, JLs, let's get to the phones. Let's go to my man, JLs. Your boy Ari was whimpering last night, man.
Oh man,
I had to talk him off the ledge, man.
I heard the replay, man. Yo, man,
Ari was hurting last night, man.
Ari was, oh my God.
I really had to talk him off the ledge. Ari, what's going on, bro?
All right, guys. So I'm feeling a little better today. Yesterday was rough, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know what world I'm living in. Honestly, I can't believe that people are absolving this front office of any responsibility of what happened. There are people in the chat right now saying that the Knicks are going to win 50 games next year.
Oh, there's no chance.
And that we're going to be in the playoffs.
No. There's no chance. I don't even see them making the playoffs.
30 to 40.
Yeah.
I'll preface this quick rant with the fact that the Knicks did get better and that we didn't, thank God we didn't sign any long-term deals, okay? That being said, this front office is 100% responsible for this disaster of a free agency. Let me explain something to you. Yeah. Every single signing was trash besides Elfrid Payton, okay?
What were you looking for?
This is no different than Trey Burke. I'm out of your top 10 free agencies, no Bogdanovich, no Morris twin, no Darren, no anybody. Literally no anybody. This is no different than Trey Burke, Emmanuel Mudiay, Mario Hazonia, and Noah Vonleh. This is the same exact thing, okay?
Ari.
So I don't
but they told you what they were going to do, and they did it. They told you they were not going to overpay. They're not going to overpay for second-tier guys. They weren't going to give D'Lo the max. And JL's just slide to your left a little bit. They're not going to give D'Lo the max. They weren't going to go get Tobias Harris. They weren't going to go get Jimmy Butler. They certainly weren't going to get Clay. So what did you want? They told you what they were going to do if they struck out, and they did it.
All right. Clock strikes 6. Who you signing first?
All right. Well, listen. All I'm saying is that all season long, we had every opportunity in the world to sign Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving.
How do we know that?
Slip through our hands.
Clearly, we didn't.
You know why?
Go ahead. Finish why. Finish why.
Listen. You can't build a culture and then tank at the same time. It's ridiculous. There was no accountability for anyone the entire season. Every time the Knicks lost, you know what happened? Kevin Durant wanted to go to the Knicks in the beginning of the season, and then they lost the game. Then they lost another game. Then they lost another game. Then Dolan bans the fan. Then they lose another game. Then they lose another game. Then Dolan gets fined $50,000 for not letting the Daily News come into the in a post game. All right. Then they keep on losing again, and the Nets keep on winning and winning. I don't think you guys realize how big of a deal this is. If you're 10 years old and you're growing up in New York City, you're going to be a Brooklyn Nets fan right now.
Yeah, that's
20 years from now, half the city is. So it's not. We just legitimize the Brooklyn Nets as a destination.
No, we didn't.
We legitimize them.
So what happened when they got KG and Paul Pierce? What happened when they got KG and Paul Pierce? You got to understand.
That was completely different. They were at the end of their career.
But everybody thought that was their big three with Darren and everything. Everybody thought the Nets were taking over. They had the cover of Sports Illustrated. They were the talk of the town, and it all went into the garbage. All these kids coming up now are either LeBron fans, Golden State fans. No, none of that is going to change. None of that is going to change.
No, what I'm saying is that the precedent is now set for big-time free agents to go to the B squad. The same way LeBron set the precedent for the big three and super teams, now future superstars are going to look at the Brooklyn Nets and be like, you know what, this is actually a destination I could go to in the future. And to suggest that it's not is ridiculous. It's naive.
But where's the money going to come from?
You know what I'm saying?
Where's the money going to come from after you pay Kyrie, you pay KD, you're going to have to pay Dinwiddie, you're going to have to pay LeVert?
I'm talking 10, 20 years from now.
Oh, come on, Ari, man. Come on, Ari, man. Come on, Ari, man. Come on, Ari, man. 10, 20 years down the road.
Listen, everyone's telling us to be patient and all this stuff. And these Knicks fans that are always giving the benefit of the doubt to the team being delusional because we love them so much, they're not doing justice for this team. You know, David Fizdale going after every post game and saying, you know what, they got to go through their lumps and smiling is not doing anything. That's not setting a culture, okay? Kristaps wanted to leave. Kevin Durant went to the B squad.
Yeah.
I mean, like, why are we sugarcoating this?
It's
not
not about
thing.
sugarcoating.
Like, you know what I mean?
You had
Go ahead,
on
Jails.
for
Go
a
ahead,
year,
man.
dog.
Right.
Like,
we
realize
just got the
you've only
keys,
been doing
man.
this
We just got the keys.
A full rebuild for a total of one season. Do realize that? It's been a total of one season.
It's been 1 year, man.
All right,
I know we've been watching them lose for
manage.
But you can't have them pay for the sins of things that's been happening
in the past
15, 20 years before they got here.
I'm not saying that.
So you expected to win
Don't go on
after
the Michael K show.
That was a mistake. I'll give Ari that, JLs. That was a mistake.
Don't go.
He did. Dolan did make that mistake.
On your season ticket flyers. What are you talking about?
That was real. I give Ari that. When Dolan went on the K show and was like, "Oh well, you know, from what we've been told, you know, we have confidence that we're gonna do good in the free agency." That wasn't good. They took the PR spin.
Hardaway Jr. that contract.
They took the PR spin too far with that one, JLs.
Ari, who are you signing at 6 o'clock? Who are you signing at 6 o'clock?
What do you?
6
Who
p.m.
am I signing at 6 o'clock?
Yeah, yesterday. If you could have done it over again and you didn't get KD and Kyrie, who are you bringing here to satisfy yourself?
Again. I would have. Okay, I mean, listen. I like the Elfrid Payton signing. I would have targeted one of the Morris twins. I would have tried to get Bogdanovich. I liked him too. But forget about that. It has nothing to do with that. I prefaced this entire rant with saying that the Knicks didn't do a bad job in free agency.
Yeah.
They did not get the job done though. And just pretend like it's like not a big deal is ridiculous to me. And it's just this kind of thinking. It's never going to effectuate change in whatsoever. I just don't like. I don't like that.
All right, appreciate the call. JL's just slide to your left. My bad, Ari. We got mad calls on the switchboard. He's not wrong, JL's. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. Yes, yesterday was a disaster on many fronts. It was an indictment on our team. It was an indictment on the brand. It was an indictment on the ownership, the management, whatever you want to call it. But at the same time, you have to move forward. We have no choice. It's not about sugarcoating. But
I'm not.
You can't blame Ninja P for everything that happened in the past, but we're still paying for it.
It's funny because everybody wanted RJ, but to get RJ, we had to be in the position that we were in last season.
Right.
Like you like. So we got RJ. Everybody's happy we have RJ. If RJ turns out to be pretty good for the next 10 years or so, and he's on our team, I don't know if people are going to be complaining as much. But we'll see how that. We'll see how that works out. And you know what? At the same time, I love Kevin Durant. I would love to have had KD and Kyrie here, even with the risk of Kyrie maybe imploding our team, because that's still definitely a risk. But at the same time, they're going towards the tail end of their career, more so KD.
That's right. So
at the end,
go ahead. Finish your point.
At the end of the day, even if we don't get him, it's not doom and gloom because we still have a bunch of young players here that's going to help us sustain cap flexibility and actually grow the team for more long-term success.
We were not realistic in understanding that these people don't care about saving the Knicks. They don't care, man. We're not ready yet. Point blank, period. We are not ready yet.
You know what it is? I never thought that KD wanted to save the Knicks.
It wasn't realistic.
To me, I thought he was going to come here for money and endorsements. That's really what I thought it was.
He could have gotten that anywhere. He could have gotten $50 million more staying at Golden State, and he went to the Nets and took less so that DeAndre Jordan could eat. It wasn't even about the money.
And not even about that, and also the biggest thing was the respect, too.
Yeah.
But I feel like a few things changed when he got injured. You know, it was like
everything changed when he got injured.
Everything changed when he got injured pretty much. Like I felt like in a weird way, the respect came when he got injured.
Right.
So it's like that thought that I have to move somewhere and carry a team by myself. I don't think it's as big as his mind as it is now. And I was watching something else that said that him and Kyrie might have something planned to come out together. I think did you see that, CP?
I didn't, but what I did see when they leaked the Kyrie thing on Saturday, all these people was like, oh, that means KD can't be going because he wouldn't be, following somebody else's coattails. Like, why wouldn't he? He just played 3 damn seasons with the best damn team in the league.
Because we all thought he was trying to. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Because we all thought he was trying to do his own thing, but
yeah, he was trying to change that narrative.
He was trying to change the narrative.
Get away from that narrative in Golden State.
Facts.
So that's why everybody believed it.
Facts. And we're gonna get to the calls. We got mad calls. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. I just feel like you can't compare. If we're being realists, you can't compare a team that won 40 games and made the 6th seed in the playoffs to a team that won 17. Regardless if they were intentionally tanking games or not, we did not have the talent to win. We did not have the talent to win. No. We were young, we were inexperienced, and we just did not have the talent to win.
It was all about young guys and training up the young guys and seeing and it sucks that we don't have KD and Kyrie, but now we know this potential in Mitch Robinson and Alonzo Trier, who we brought back, who wasn't even drafted.
Yeah.
But we found out he was something good because we were tanking and we threw him out there.
Right. So, you can't just listen. Perry just got here, man. Let him. He still has to correct the mistakes of the past. Right? And you see he's trying to do that. He brought in Elfrid Payton. What does that mean? He has no faith in Frank. I've been telling y'all this from the beginning. They're trying to get this kid out of here, and they can't. So they keep bringing in guys over him. All right?
Yeah.
Frank is done. They do not have confidence in Frank.
Have confidence in the workout video, CP?
No. Forget that, man. Let's go to Scott from Jersey,
handles is coming.
Let's go to Scott from Jersey. He's been waiting for a minute. Scott, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, I've been on hold for, let's see, an hour and 23 minutes.
Oh, man, what's good, bro?
All right, let me just get this this off my chest.
Mm-hmm.
When Ari calls like that, you all gotta hang up on him, man. The chat is killing him. He's way too sensitive to be a Knicks fan.
Ari's emotional right now, man.
I'm not trying to come at nobody. We all are, but
yeah, I got
a few little things I wrote down while on hold. And I got a question for y'all.
Yeah. Okay.
Dolan wasn't wrong for wanting medical records, and that's probably why KD took us out of consideration. But Nets might have entered a KG Pierce 2.0, but just less crippling as far as assets go. The only team who has success building teams overnight is LeBron-led teams. So the Knicks can't do that. We've never been able to do that, and no team can do that. Elfrid Payton is a good backup point guard playing next to ISO Zoe. I think that will work really well. Taj Gibson is a good role model for Randle's defense.
Agreed.
They're built the same, almost a 6'9", 240 to 250. Maybe Randle can, learn some defense from him, and hopefully he'll be the DeAndre Jordan to Mitch last year.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't overpay Randle. We gave him around $20 million a year when a dude like Russell, who did just about as much as he did, just got a max at $20 million per year. And all the players we signed all got team options.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anyone really mention this.
Mm-hmm.
In I'm not banking on 2021 free agency or nothing like that. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But if we do develop a winning culture and players like Mitch, RJ, Knox, and Iggy develop or whatever, we will have 60+ mil cap going into that with our future draft picks.
Right.
That's why Brooklyn got KD and Kyrie. They built a culture, a winning culture.
Yep.
In 2 years, we show people our players have developed, and we have that cap. I can see players actually wanting to come here and not just off the lure of New York, and the Mecca.
We have to earn it. Well
my
said.
last question for y'all.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and my last question for y'all is, all right, all these players we have signed plus the kids we had already is at 14 players.
Mm-hmm.
That's not including Kadeem Allen and Chris Wilkes' two-way.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think's not dressing? Because we can only dress 12 dudes a night.
Frank.
Probably. I think Iggy definitely. Iggy's gotta earn his way on.
Iggy, maybe Frank goes back down to the G League for a little bit.
Or it could be Kadeem.
I don't know, but
could be Kadeem as well.
There's also one other vet there's also one other vet. Well, there's 14. You can only bring 14 people to the game.
14, yeah.
You can only dress 12 of them.
Right.
And that's not including Kadeem and Chris Wilkes.
Yeah.
Who's besides Frank?
It could be Dotson and Iggy.
Yeah, besides Frank and Iggy,
there's no one in the front court because we need all those guys. It's going to be somebody in the back court.
Maybe Bullock or maybe Wayne Ellington on some night.
Yeah, it could be
Ellington.
Ellington. It could be Ellington.
I mean, we don't got a lot of good wing depth, but there's a lot of wing depth all of a sudden.
Right. Yeah. I would say Iggy for sure is one, and probably Ellington and Dotson maybe.
Yeah, probably Dotson.
Yeah. But I love all these deals. I could have did without Taj Gibson, but I understand it. But besides, but I love all these deals. We're paying Taj the same thing we paid Lance Thomas this season. So,
and Lance Thomas
for locker room presence, $10 million a year is nothing.
Yeah, as you said, we needed that locker room presence, man. We needed that locker room presence.
Yeah, and everyone else, most of the players that will be playing this year, I don't think there's one under 25, 27 is the oldest, and that's Bullock, and Wayne Ellington, who's 29.
Yeah, still young.
Who might not even dress.
Still young.
Yeah, very young. We're gonna have the youngest rotation starting in the league this year by far.
Probably, man. Appreciate the call, Scott.
All right, brother.
Hang in there, man. We got Scott waiting for a minute, man.
Yo, man. Okay, so Craig is telling you to check Twitter, Knicks Twitter.
Yeah,
but I'm reading something that said Jay Williams went on Zach Lowe.
Yeah.
And said a few things that swung Kevin Durant to Brooklyn. And it was Kyrie in the quotes, Williams said.
Let me pull that up.
KD loves Sean Marks' Nets facility and was impressed by the franchise.
Exactly what we just said.
Not that Dolan shortchanged them.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the contract, bro.
Nothing to do with it. It
had nothing to do with the offer. The Nets were in a better position to win right now, and they won him over.
Yep.
That's exactly it. And yes, you can knock us for it, but a lot of that is from the past, and we got to clean that up.
Yep. And it's going to take time.
It takes time to do that.
It's going to take time to clean up that mess.
It takes time to do that. Look what Sean Marks had to do to clean up Billy King's mess. It didn't just happen overnight.
Yep.
It didn't just happen overnight. It had nothing to do with deciding to tank or not. We didn't have the pieces, man. We're not a good team, Ari. It has nothing to do with whether we decided to tank or not. First of all, the tanking thing, it's either you're good or you're not. You know what I'm saying, Jails? You're not going to throw games. Players don't throw games. Either they have it or they don't.
I feel you. It's funny because I heard a caller say yesterday on the show about there's something going on. There's some secrets.
Yeah.
That no one knows about.
Yeah. There was one caller like, what's going on at the Garden? There's something going on that we don't know about. I was like, man, it's not that complicated. They're better than us. They're better than us in all facets.
Somebody said CP, look at Mitch's shirt. Is Mitch wearing a
I'm trying to find it, man. What's everybody talking?
Tell CP, look at Mitch's shirt.
There we go. Mitch pulls up to Summer League with the Mitch Please t-shirts. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That's my boy, JLs. I told you Mitch is the homie, man. There you go. Mitch Please t-shirts are in the video description. Shout out to my boy Mitch. Always repping. You can get yours too for a good price. Hit that video. Hit that link in the video description. Quick promo. Shameless plug. There it is. Oh, matter of fact, and I'm rocking the Mitch autograph. You know what I mean? Mitch is the homie, man. Mitch is the homie. Shout out Maya. Shout out Mitch. But yeah, you guys can get yours in the video, in the descriptions in the bio, in the video description. Mitch pulled up to Vegas with.
It's on the official Knicks Twitter page.
It's on the official Knicks Twitter page.
Holy cow!
The brand is strong out here. Yeah, man, that's my guy. So yeah, I'm gonna be pulling out to Vegas on Friday For those of you that will be at Vegas Summer League, we're organizing a meetup this Saturday, 3 p.m. out there in Vegas. So stay tuned. Those of you on the channel, on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, we're going to put the announcements out there later this week. Terry's working on the flyer. So, yeah, we got a big Knicks fan meetup going out there in Vegas, man. But salute to Mitch on that one. All right, let's go to the phones, man. Got a ton of calls we want to run through. Chad from Atlanta is up next. He wants to talk about the rebuild. And Chad, how you feeling, bro?
What's going on, fellas?
Chilling.
DJ Ellis, what's going on?
Feeling good, man. How you feeling,
bro? I'm actually good. Even after the news, I got no negative texts because all my friends, they know how I am about these quick fixes. I was against the Melo trade. I was against the Melo trade. That Bargnani trade was stupid. I didn't really have no expectations of getting KD. When I started seeing the reports of like Wayne Ellington and Bullocks, Randle, it was either two things. It was either they were going to get KD and it was going to put some young vets around him to maintain for that one season, or they already was like, I'm not messing with KD and we're just going to go this route. And now the reason why you can't kill Scott Perry and Steve Mills at this point is because they are keeping their word. They haven't given any long-term contracts or overpaid any second-tier, quote-unquote, max free agent. So that's one. Number two, you got to remember, it is the Knicks is a business, and they got to sell themselves and sell it to the fans. And like, oh, we're going to get a big fish. We're going to do this and that. That's what they have to do. But they were doing their due diligence by trying to find, other pieces that they can use for the rebuild. So I'm not upset. I'm optimistic. We finally got a chance to actually do it the right way. Build through the draft, build up our own assets, possibly flip them later for big stars, or if they turn out to be somebody we keep, we can do that.
Okay.
That's how I feel about the whole rebuild process right now.
All right. Well said, Chad. Appreciate the call as usual, man. All right, let's run through these, man. Callers, we got a ton of callers. I want to get to as many as we can. Just keep your comments as brief as possible. The more people we get in here, we want to have these conversations, man, but sometimes it's hard. So JJ from Brooklyn, you're up next, man. How you feeling, bro?
Yo, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing, man?
Chilling. How you feeling, bro?
Pretty good, thanks. I just want to say, I think the moves we made, specifically Randle, I think it was a terrible move just because we're going to have Kevin Knox and Randle guarding the threes and fours. I mean, that's probably the worst forward.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I mean, it's gonna be tough, but I mean, where else did you want to go?
Anywhere, but Randle. I mean, we need shooting and we need defense. We are the worst shooting starting five, the worst, starting five defensively in the league. It's not even close.
I mean, the thing is, though, JJ, it's hard to get quality two-way players, man. It's hard to get quality two-way players, JLs.
Yeah.
You're either giving up one or the other.
You're either giving up one or the other.
Usually, especially if it's not top tier, you're giving up one or the other. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah. Zay in the chat said you got to play team defense. Well, yeah, that's on the coach. That's on the coach. Go ahead, JJ.
Can I say one more thing? Yeah, also, I was going to say I know it sounds stupid saying, want to wait for free agency again, but I'm happy they only give him 2-year deals because, looking ahead in a couple of years, that free agent class is pretty ridiculous. You got Paul George, Steele, Greek Freak. I mean,
JJ,
I know
man,
it sounds dumb
JJ,
because we're going to miss out again.
I can't do it again, bro. I can't do it again. Appreciate the call, bro.
That's what they're doing, though. CP,
I can't.
I know you can't.
No more, bro.
I know you can't, but everybody expires in 2 years. I'm just letting you know.
I'm good. I'm not worried. I'm not chasing Cole Anthony. Don't tell me about Tank for Cole Anthony. Don't tell me about Greek Freak. Don't tell me about Giannis.
I'm just saying one eye on De'Aaron Fox. That's what I'm saying.
I'm good, man. I'm not. I'm done. People, I'm tired, man. I am tired. Yo, somebody on Twitter was like, yo, Y'all should do a video to talk about who could be potentially trade targets in the next 2 years. I said, bro, I'm focused on now, man. I'm tired, bro. I can't do it no more, man. I can't do it no more. Focus on now. Who's gonna be part of the future? How is Fizdale doing in year 2? Because we can't do 17 wins again, Jails. We can't do it. Can't do it.
We just gotta play well and then wait for somebody to be mad.
Yeah. Yeah, please.
Every other year, someone is mad.
Facts. Let's go to East New York. Jay from East New York. How you feeling, bro?
What's going on, bro?
Good.
Let me just get right into it. Yo, Ari, you panicking, man. You gotta get ready, bro.
Yo, somebody in the chat said, what happened to Ari being the voice of reason, man? They said, what happened to Ari being the voice of reason, man?
He got it. Somebody get him a glass of milk or some water or something. He'll be all right. But you know, like, I don't know, man. We got a whole bunch of guys. Can't really say much about them. It's like, okay,
yeah,
you know, that's it. That's pretty much what it's
it's
like.
pretty much it.
But
like
I
all
said,
right,
the young core. Like, let's just focus on the young core. Who gonna step up? You know, who gonna be the guy? And stop hating on Frank, man. Like, let's just give him next season. Let's see what happens. Like, if he don't get traded, like, can we see what he do next season? Like,
of course,
he might do something next season.
Jay, I've been waiting, man. I've been waiting. I want the kid to succeed, but I just feel like the writing is on the wall that the organization is throwing guys ahead of him every single time.
But look at D'Lo. He was an all-star, 4th year. Come on. Frank in his 3rd. Let's see. Maybe something might happen. Maybe he might wake up. You know, like, people wake up and they grow. You know, he might feel like he might have to really put some work in now. You know, like, they bring in Elfrid Payton. Come on. Out of all of those signings, Elfrid Payton.
I mean, Elfrid Payton is what you would think Frank should mold his game after. He's better than Frank. He's better than him.
Yeah, but he's a fringe. Like, he was just about to be out the league like half a season ago. So I don't really know about Elfrid Payton. We're gonna see about that.
We're gonna see.
The young core, man, just focus on them young guys, man. RJ, Kevin Knox, Mitchell Robinson. You know what I'm saying? My guy ISO. Let him cook, you know, just let him come to the bench and drop 20 every night, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully Knox still out. You know, just focus on the young core.
Okay.
Like, stop panicking and talking about 2 and 3 years from now. Like, none of that, no. Like,
yeah, we gotta focus on now.
We don't know what we got.
Let's just focus on now, man.
We got. We missed out, but the Knicks is actually good. We didn't overpay. We didn't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get no marquee guys. Okay. We had our hopes up. We thought it was the year. Every time this happens with big free agents, Knicks fans is like, all right, this is the year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand the letdown, you know what I'm saying? But after 10 minutes, you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Just look towards the future. Like, let's see what these young guys next season, the NBA is not going to be the same. Personally, I feel like, and I want y'all to remember when you heard this, I don't think the NBA is going to be shooting that many threes next season because the Warriors, like, it's just Steph now. So, like, there's no need for the NBA to be moving and shooting all of them threes like that because the best team in the NBA won't be shooting a lot of threes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think. I mean, I appreciate the coach. I mean, I don't think that means it's gonna end. I just think the Warriors dynasty is on hold, but I feel like it's still trending that way. We're going small ball, JLs. We're going small ball, positionless basketball, 1 through 5, and you got to be capable shooters, stretching the floor, spreading the floor, and then making it a more offensive game. All the defense that used to be played back in the day, they're scrapping all of that.
Yeah,
it's all about offense. They want it to be more offense.
You know what's funny too? The funny thing about it is when I look at the form of DSJ and Payton, I kind of still feel like Frank, when it's all said and done, will be a better 3-point shooter than those guys if he's given the opportunity to be not maybe not a better offensive play all around, but a better 3-point shooter.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you he's a bum because like my guy just said, you got to give him time. Like, look at D'Lo, right? D'Lo they were cold on him 2 years ago, and now he's the hottest thing smoking. Now he was able to get a max contract, went to Golden State, which now they're saying, JLs, they ultimately are going to trade him. So that's interesting as well. But you know, I just feel like from the time Frank got here, they never prioritize. It's always been seen as the fill pick. Let's bring in Trey Burke. Let's bring in Moutier. We're gonna get you right, kid. Let's bring in DSJ. Now let's bring in Elfrid Payton. When is Frank gonna assert himself as the guy? When is he gonna get healthy enough? When is he gonna show that he's confident enough to take the reins and not thinking out there and just, you know what I mean?
And for people saying what words that coming from JLS, just look at Frank Ntilikina's 3-point shooting numbers when he was in Europe. Look at Frank Ntilikina's free throw numbers versus DSJ. And then also look at the people who are bad at free throws and good at 3-pointing. It's not a lot of those. Which is why I'm saying I can see Frank's 3-point shooting specifically being better than DSJ's at the end of their career.
Right. Well, time will tell, man. Time will tell. I'm rooting for the kid. He's going to be playing in the French, it was the FIBA or the French League? What's he playing in this summer? It won't be Summer League.
He'll be in FIBA. He'll be in FIBA.
Yeah, he's playing with the French team. All right, let's go to our guy, Will from LI. Wants to talk about the plan for the future. What's going on, Will? How you feeling, bro?
What's up, CP Jones? How y'all doing?
What's good, man?
Yo, listen, man. Let me tell you something. I feel Ari because I was feeling him. I was all Ari yesterday after it happened. But you know, since that happened, since last night up until this point, this whole day really, there's a word that I think I fully understand to the fullest extent, and that word is the word humble.
Yeah.
Like, this whole experience has humbled me to the point, because it's like, you know how many times I've tried to go, Milwaukee, you know, sucks to be them, you know, they ain't New York, they ain't got a big club like this, or Memphis or something like that. Like, we always thought that we were the smartest person in the room, that we were the biggest everybody wanted. We thought that we were like that hot girl, that number 10, when really we were like a number 3.
We were trash.
It is what it is.
Trash.
It is what it is. And it's like, now, like, this hurt. And it something like this ultimately had to happen. Not that it didn't have to happen. No, God,
it did. I think it did, though. I think it did. I think it did, because it continues to reinforce to Mills, especially, that you cannot shortcut your way through this thing. Stop chasing free agents. We need to create our own guys.
Yeah, that's part of it, man.
We need to create our own guys.
It is part of it. It is part of it. And ultimately, you know, I just like you guys said earlier in the show, I really appreciate you guys, you know, with the information, because yesterday after I went to the bar, my phone died. So I wasn't even seeing the other updates. Then, you know, I plugged in my phone or whatever. And then the whole thing with the Dolan thing came out. Let me tell you, that petition you were talking about, I signed it. I'm not going to lie. I signed that petition. I was pissed.
Yeah,
I was pissed. I was like,
I was pissed too, dog. I'm like,
don't let me catch you no drunk alley, dog. You know, but, you know, ultimately, listen, man, it is what it is. We just got to build. We got to rebuild. And just with the sightings, I think everybody got an issue with at least one of the guys.
Yeah.
I'm okay with most of all of them. With Randle, I'm a little worried just because, not to say he's like Zion on some dumb kind of stuff, but like in Duke, you know, Zion was there clogging the paint, and I don't think we saw the ultimate RJ. That's what I'm worried about. I just hope he stretches a little bit. But for me, the signing I hate is Bobby Portis. I'm gonna be seeing that man's eyes in my dreams for like damn months, man. So that's the only one I don't like. But either way, man, I'm gonna let y'all go. We're gonna be
salute, my guy. Keep
it's gonna take a long time. It's easy to strip down. It's easy to strip down, but it's not easy to build it back up. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what this front office can do.
There you go, Will. Appreciate it. Will said he signed the petition, JLs.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, yo. Cool. I turned my phone on and I saw that. I was mad.
Yo, man, so many people sent me that.
I was mad.
I just said, bro, I don't have time for this, man. I don't have time for this because it's not going to work. All right? You want to boycott, you boycott with your money, man. That's when any movement, sports, politics, life, anything, you boycott with your wallet. The problem with the Knicks, there's people all over the world that want to come see that team. 17 wins. JLs, remember when me and you went to the last game of the season, bro?
Oh, yeah.
And literally, you look to your left, you look to your right, up and down. No one spoke English. And when I mean no one, me and Jay Ellis were literally surrounded. No, nothing wrong with that. It was cool. People from France, people from Italy, people from... Bro, there was nobody within a stone's throw of us, Jay Ellis, that spoke English. And that's not going to change anytime soon. You know what I mean? The father and son that's coming to New York for Christmas from Estonia, that's staying at the Plaza Hotel, they're not shucking to Brooklyn to go to Barclays Center. They're going to the Garden, man. They're going to Radio City. They're going to Rockefeller Center. That's always gonna be there. It's part of this. It's part of the city.
Yeah, part of the allure, part of the city.
It's part of the allure. So I mean, that's why. So I just like, we can only control what we can control. The billionaire owner will leave when he's ready to do so. At the end of the day, we need to control the players that we bring in.
That's a fact. I do wish that he would really like go above and beyond and mend that Charles Oakley thing, though. That's that one thing I wish you would.
Well, I don't know. It's a tough call. It's a tough call, you know? It was just I think it was just something, you know, that was handled poorly on both sides. Clearly, Oak was antagonizing him, and clearly Garden Security overreacted to the whole thing. Everybody overreacted. You know what I mean? Oak wasn't just sitting there and don't looked at him like, yo, get out. Obviously, you know, everybody was wrong. Both sides were wrong on that. But I think, listen, if Spree could come back, anything's possible. I think maybe the Oak thing was a little bit uglier because Spree didn't get thrown out.
Yeah, that was a little. Yeah.
But when they traded Spree, boy, and he came back in that Timberwolves jersey and looked at Dolan and grabbed his joint, you know, gave him the fingers. It was ugly.
Yeah,
it was ugly, man.
It was ugly.
It was ugly. So it is what it is.
Hey, and for those who, I said Frank 3-point shooting, that was in Europe, not in America. When he was in Strasbourg, he shot well. He shot 40% or something.
Okay.
40% from three.
Okay. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. We got 1,400. Going well. Let's hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Please share these videos on your social media networks. Let's salute some super chats. Frank Wilson, thank you. He says, do you start Payton or DSJ? It's a good question. Let's see what training camp has to say for it.
Can be a bachelor?
I mean,
floor general scorer, man.
General,
or the scorer.
Yeah, but how much of a scorer is DSJ? Well, yeah.
Well, I mean.
Neither one shoot particularly well, but who's more athletic, right? I guess you're gonna say DSJ.
DSJ, like what's
his free throws are trash, like you said.
Yeah, his free throws are trash, but DSJ scores what, like 7 more points a game or so?
Check that out. Check that out for me. I'm gonna run through the rest of these super chats. James Howard, thanks for the super chat. He says, feel like the building of a team. Weaknesses addressed, mix of youth and vets. It's a slow process, people. It doesn't happen overnight. It never does. Frank Wilson, appreciate it. He says Ari sounds like an angry ex-girlfriend. Yeah, man, I was talking to Ari all day, man, on all channels. I had to calm him down, man, but I think we got Ari off the ledge. We got him in a safe place. Clarence Barrow, 90 seconds. Disregard the countdown. Survey Frost says, I like the new core. Let's build on it. Let's see where it goes. Yeah. Steve Stark, Realtor, appreciate it. Steve, he says, be resilient. And be resilient, Knicks Nation, in parentheses, and Ari. They knock us down, we keep getting up. They never stop getting right back up. That's it, man. Couple people bounce to Brooklyn. It is what it is. Sayonara. Phantom Noir, appreciate the super chat. Savage Reese says, this is an important year for DSJ. Totally agree.
Hell yeah, man. This is a big year, dog. Big year of training camp. He's averaged 14 and a half for his career.
Yeah.
Last season, 13.6. Keep in mind, half of that season was next to Luka Doncic, and the other half was when he was with the Knicks, the new offense.
Okay. What I was gonna say about Elfrid Payton though, that I didn't say when we got him, and on the same topic as DSJ, which I don't know for sure because I'm no expert. I'm just here talking basketball with you guys, but the fact that you bring in this guy to fight for minutes with DSJ, who you figure needs minutes, with Frank, who you figure it just kind of once again adds to the point guard carousel. Like, who is going to be the guy? Can there be a guy that launches himself above the rest?
Yeah.
That's going to be the key question. Who is going to establish themselves as the point guard on this team without question? Point guard.
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be without question. I feel like it's always going to be a question.
It's always going to be a question. It's always going to be a question.
Which makes it hard to pick a direction.
Exactly. So
that's why, even though I do like Elfrid Payton, which is why I was like, oh man, maybe we should go with DSJ.
Yeah.
Personally, I do like Elfrid Payton.
Right. I agree, man. All right, let's run through some more calls. Matt from Charlotte wants to talk about the signings we made. Matt, how you feeling, man? Just keep it as quick as possible, bro.
So what's up, CP? What's up, JL?
How you doing, man?
Hey, the first thing first, I seen in the chat they said Frank is gonna be a backup in the Big Three. That shit crazy.
Yeah, who said that?
I don't know who said it, but that was crazy. But they said another thing. They said the Knicks is gonna win the Summer League championship.
It's coming in, man.
Actually, real talk. The Knicks better do something in the Summer League, dog. I need a chip in Summer League.
We should.
Yeah, no doubt.
We should.
All jokes aside, we need that needs the way our team is set up. We should be somewhere contending.
Hey, we hope so, man. That first game is gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a classic.
Yeah, that's gonna be, that's definitely gonna be a classic.
Hell yeah, man.
But I mean, I think first thing first, the record. I think 36-42, and that's with our health and it's up to Fizdale.
Mm-hmm.
If Fizdale can coach good, I think we make the playoffs. If I think if he, obviously if we get injuries, that could definitely dampen the season. But
okay.
I mean, and next thing I want to talk, I think we missed out. I think all the signings was pretty good except for I wasn't crazy about Wayne Ellington and Taj Gibson. I thought Taj Gibson was in the Big Three for real.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Taj ain't been nice in Chicago days, but I think it's more to Taj than just playing. And I think that's important. We need vets, man.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. But you know who I thought like I said, they missed. I feel like Ninja P didn't have a finger on the trigger on a couple of trades we could have made more for impact players. Maybe not the greatest contracts, but like perfect example, Iguodala. Okay, he makes $17 million, but it's only 1 year.
Yeah.
They ain't even why he would have been a perfect guy like the next year.
Yeah.
And then we could have dumped him at halfway. We could have dumped him for a pick or something. Halfway at the trade deadline.
That was one thing, Jay.
I thought.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, man. Finish your point.
Iguodala was because everybody knew they had to get rid of him. That was nothing. And another trade, I thought they missed that boat a little bit. Eric Gordon. I mean, at one time, everything was timing with free agency.
Right.
I mean, now, you're not gonna mess with Eric Gordon, but at one time, it was like Houston was trying to get rid of them guys.
Yeah,
they could have probably traded Frank because just like we're talking about Frank, bro. Like with Payton, it's definitely Frank or Trier. Somebody's gonna get pushed out of there, or DSJ. Somebody's gonna get pushed out of there.
True.
It's just I wish Iggy. That's what pisses me off. Iggy's not gonna.
Okay.
I wanted to see Iggy play a lot this year, man.
Okay.
And that's it, man.
Jay, thanks, Matt. JLs, that was one thing I kind of wanted to see them do was trade the cap space to acquire some assets. But as I did learn, obviously, I don't claim to know everything, but as I did learn from some guys like Schwinney and a couple guys on Knicks Twitter, they say that maybe it's best so you can still make those moves maybe next year when some of those new contracts that were just signed become a bit more attractive. Seems like a lot of teams had cap space. Maybe the demand to make those type of transactions just wasn't there. The Iggy trade was certainly there.
Yeah.
Right, but they weren't there. Those moves seem few and far between this year. is what I'm trying to get at.
I see what you're saying. And I kind of get the feeling that maybe they want to win more. So they feel like they only wanted players more so this year that would help them win immediately.
Yeah.
And just take on dead cap. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's what they were thinking too.
Yeah, I'd love to find out. Hopefully, if we get Berman or Begley back on, we could see about that. Because but Begley did report that was one route they were not gonna do. They did make that clear even before free agency started that they weren't gonna trade the cap space for future assets. So clearly they wanted to use every roster spot they could to continue to build the depth, bring in front court help, bring in 3-point shooting. And that's clearly what they did.
Yeah. Actually, now, like, even like the Noah Vonleh thing, I really wish that they use some of those assets for like a second rounder or something.
Right.
Unless they're bringing back Noah. I don't know.
I can't see it.
I can't see
it.
But
who's signed? He's still out there. You know, I knew his market was going to be pretty much dead because he didn't do that well in the second half. He kind of came back down to earth. So
yeah,
he'll be looking at another vet minimum.
Probably. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like he still has potential too, yo. Like the way he played defense on Giannis.
He was a Greek freak stopper.
Yeah, he still. I feel like he still has time to find his game, man.
Yeah.
Between threes and the post up started to come around.
Facts.
So I mean, a good end of the bench guy, maybe.
Okay. All right, let's get to some more calls, man. I see some people that have been waiting for a minute I want to get to. Mustafa from Atlanta, you're up next. He wants to talk about why we should stop panicking. What's going on?
Hey, real quick, guys. Let me just get right into it.
Yep.
First, I'm going to say this. 29 wins, 26 wins, 36 wins, 23 wins before you see a jump to 47 wins. That was the Golden State Warriors. And in between them times where they was losing, they drafted Steph, Clay, Draymond, and Harrison Barnes. And then it took them another year to go get to the championship and win one, right?
That's right.
That's the trajectory that we kind of on right now. So I'm not panicking over the KD, Kyrie. I probably called before and told y'all I wasn't a fan of Kyrie's knees, and I ain't a fan of KD knees right now.
Yeah.
Kyrie and the Nets, they might not even win no more than 42 games they won this season coming up. Kyrie going to play about 60 games. He's going to do the whole load management thing.
Yeah.
He'd be lucky if he gets 65 games. Coming back the next year, KD only going to play 60 games because he's going to be coming back from the ACL doing load management. Maybe they both rested and they go to the finals and that works out for the Nets. I don't really see that happening. I don't really see the Nets winning the championship in the next 3 years. I just don't see it. But what they did do was, like you said, CP, you was perfect. We got to win ourselves into a culture and then make free agents want to come to us.
That's right.
Not because we the Garden,
right?
Because these kids is 19 years old.
That stuff is
the last time the Knicks was good, they was excited.
They weren't even
They don't
alive.
have that memory that we
right.
have, like, oh, man, the great Knicks teams or the
right.
Anthony Masons and Charles. They don't have them memories.
It's
they
dead,
got memories of teams like Brooklyn, like you said.
Right.
They remember when Jason Kidd was taking the Nets to the finals. So I get that. But the last thing I'm going to say to get the fans off the ledge, Ari off the ledge, and some of them other people like that, we got better at every single position on our roster. I don't think no other team can say they got better at every single roster slot. I'm going to give a quick run through. DSJ over Moutier, RJ over Dotson starting. And when you're talking about you got to be good and not tanking, it ain't about tanking. We just wasn't good. If Noah Vonleh is starting games for you, then you're a lottery team. If he's playing 20 minutes off the bench, you good. If Dotson is starting games at the 2 and 3, you're a lottery team. If Dotson is coming off the bench giving you 15, 20 minutes, you good. Certain play, if you got Kevin Knox playing 35 minutes at 19 years old, starting for you playing 70-plus games, you're a lottery team.
Man.
You know what I mean? So that's what made us trash. We didn't have the talent.
But
we improved all of them positions. Second year Knox over rookie Knox. Randle over Vonleh. Second year Mitch over rookie Mitch. Second year Tree over rookie Tree. Payton over Ntilikina. Portis over Super Mario. Taj over Lance Thomas. Bullets over Henry Ellington. Wayne Ellington over Jenkins. Third year Dot. Stokes James Hardison in it. I still wanted to bring Luke Cornett back. We need a big that can shoot.
Yeah.
I'm not so sold on the Wayne Ellington side. I don't think we even needed that. I don't think he dresses every game. I think he's the odd man out. I like Taj Gibson replacing Lance Thompson as that veteran place on the bench. But I think we needed a backup center for Mitch that could stretch the floor.
Yeah.
Brook Lopez would have been ideal.
Yeah.
Somebody like him.
Portis King.
So now I think he's in that center. Other than that, hey man, I think we double our win total. Like the last call said, maybe we push that 40-42 game. Get that AC.
Hey.
I see some real potential there for our team growing. And hey, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm good. I'm optimistic.
All right.
I can't wait for Kyrie and the Brooklyn Nets to have to come to New York and play the Knicks in the Garden. That's what I can't wait for.
Oh, man.
Hey,
I got to wait like 3 years for that one, man. Appreciate it, Mustafa. He hit it on the head with the roster additions. Definitely upgrade.
That's a fact, man. It's like, listen, when you have everybody on your team who's a first and second year player, you're not going to win a bunch of games.
Yeah, that's facts. That's just
like
facts.
have a whole squad is like this is the first time they ever get in that many minutes or minutes at all.
Yeah. 40 wins. I don't know, Mustafa, man. I don't know, dog. I was with you until 40 wins. Then I hit the detour, JLs. Then I hit the exit. Like, you know what I mean? This is my stop right.
I say 30 to 40. I
say 29.
29, all right.
I say 29. I'm going 29. I'm going conservative.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm going 29. 30 tops. I'm going to go 30 tops. I had to exit on the 40 wins, though. You know what I mean? Okay. That's my guy, though. He was on money. He was on the money, man. He was on the money. All right, let's go to Ricochet from the Bronx. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yep, loud and clear, bro. Just make your point real quick.
All right, yo, first and foremost, salute to everybody, you know, Knicks Nation, and I might hurt a couple of hearts right now. I've been a Knicks fan since the mid-'90s. I grew up under, you know, the golden era, quote-unquote, with the Charles Oakleys, Anthony Masons, the Patrick Ewings, etc. And now it's one thing to present to the public as if we are in position or we getting rid of old contracts, overpriced players to make a power move to acquire a blue chip caliber player. Now it's another thing to come out about 20, 30 minutes later and release a statement from the organization, from the front office. I believe this was straight from Mr. I think Steve Mills' mouth. And he said, we like to apologize to some of our fans because I know they're not taking the news well, but we're trying to focus on building championships in the future.
Right.
There is no future for Knicks fans.
Why not?
There is no future. Why? I don't know necessarily your ages, which our age range are, but 9 times out of 10, I could bank on that. Y'all wasn't alive to see the Knicks win the championship.
Of course not.
Yes or no?
Of course not.
Okay. So now, with that being said, if you speak to an average New Yorker fan, they would quote-unquote call a golden era of the Knicks, depending on their age.
Yeah.
Mid to late 90s, early 2000s, probably when Allen Houston made that shot against the Miami Heat. And, you know, when it bounced around the rim and it fell through, you know, that was like, and then, you know, with the injury of Patrick Ewing.
But what's the point? Why is there
Indiana.
no future here, though? Why is there no future here? They have assets. They're building young.
Yeah, excuse me.
And they have the money. They're keeping it flexible. So why is there no future here? They told you straight up. They said if we're not getting KD, we're not getting Kawhi Leonard. We're not signing second tier players. We're signing vets, and we're filling the holes around the young guys. They told you what they were gonna do.
But they issued that statement only as a distraction because if you pay attention, we've been building through the draft for the last 15 years, or quote-unquote building, what you consider building under James Dolan. What you consider building under James Dolan, which I mean is they'll put up the pretense like we're going to acquire somebody, or we got our eyes on this prospect, we got our eyes on this prospect. When's the last prospect that the Knicks actively built around or put an investment who, after their rookie contract was expired, that they put in an investment worth millions?
They haven't, but bro, Ricochet, that's what they're doing right now. And appreciate the call, bro.
You haven't been building draft.
Ricochet, definitely call back. We just got to run through the phone. Definitely call back because we got to finish this conversation. I get the frustration, man. I get the frustration. You feel like there's no hope, there's no end to it. First off, I think it was the right move for them to come out with the statement. The fan base was in the uproar. You saw ESPN try to throw us under the bus like we dropped the ball on the KD thing over the contract.
ESPN threw us under the bus?
Over the contract. Over the contract, they try to make it seem like we dropped the ball. Everybody was in the outrage because we didn't offer them that. That wasn't the full story. That wasn't the full story. They're now understanding what they need to do. The problem is that over those 20 years, it's been 20 years since we traded Patrick Ewing. Right, JLs? It's been 20 years.
Wow.
And that move in itself wasn't the right move.
No.
It wasn't the right move. And since then, I don't want to keep running off all the moves. You know what it is if you're a diehard Knicks fan. But since then, they have not done it right. What more can we say? They're trying to do it now.
Yeah, you gotta let them do it.
We never rebuilt the team since 1980 something, man.
I think most fans know that. I think that's why.
But it's easier said than done, man. Because to the regular fans who are leaning on everything, I understand that the frustrations are normal. I'm frustrated. You're frustrated, JLs. But you have to. I believe that Scott Perry and these guys are finally understanding. Maybe late, but better late than never.
Yep.
Right. All right, couple more, Jeremy, and then Nick. Jeremy, go ahead, man. What's your point, real quick, bro?
What's going on, gentlemen? Damn, I'm tired. So
yeah,
real quick rundown on this fucking free agency is like everybody's really panicking right now because ESPN for the whole last season has been building off of the fact that this is Knicks' opportunity and it's hit or bust.
Yeah.
And it's like the Knicks org has been straightforward the entire time. They gave you everything that they planned to do from the very beginning to the very end. They have not denied anything that they did. Everything that they've done, they said exactly.
And the thing is, you still have to put yourself in position to get these guys. The Clippers did the same thing.
Yeah.
Is anybody killing Jerry West for shedding his salaries to go get these guys? You have to put you in position to win it.
They're not going to kill him because he's the logo.
Exactly.
But they're not going to kill him because he's the logo. But like when it comes to everything that we do, because we're the mecca of basketball, we are always going to be scrutinized. Like the Daily News picked on us just because we quote unquote missed the draft. We literally bodied regardless of how we missed the draft. We bodied regardless of how we did when it came to the free agency.
Yeah.
Like we picked up contracts that we can shed in literally a year. We picked up contracts that on players that are vets, but also that can actually take the potential of our rookies to a higher level. Each position is better, and they have the ability to say, yo, you stay with him and focus up. ISO Zoe is amazing. He's an ISO player. He's not a one-man, like, it's not 1v9. This is basketball. So he has to learn from somebody. When it comes to picking up Julius Randle, that was probably one of the best pickups you could possibly have for a 3 year, $36 million when he was a 20-10 player. Are you kidding me? And his Cantor got $20 million for doing nothing. He was a 7th, 8th man?
Right.
Like he got literally nothing. And now this year, his contract now, he's $10 million for 2 years with the Celtics. Like, I'd rather have Julius Randle than go after a person who can't play for probably 2 years, because KD's going to be out for one, but he's on an Achilles injury. Kobe didn't come back from his. Like, none of these players are going to immediately come back and be like, boom, I'm a star again. So it makes sense why they said, you know what, let me refocus. And that's the other thing. Everybody paid too much attention to the fact that it was like, oh, KD, Kyrie. The Knicks flew to LA when KD was here. I knew we weren't getting KD when that morning they all already had flown to LA. Like, if they were going for KD at that point, they'd still be in New York.
Facts. Yeah, they already knew. They didn't get the meeting, man. Appreciate the call, bro. They already knew, man.
Yep.
They already knew. Why waste time? Why waste time, bro? Okay, two more and then we gotta roll, man. I know people was waiting, man. We try to get through. Nick, go ahead, make your points real quick, bro.
Yo, I just want to know if we're a playoff team.
No. No, thanks for the call, man. Tavon from Virginia. Go ahead, bro, real quick.
Yeah, I appreciate your show, fellas. I've been listening since mid-season last year. First-time caller. I appreciate the passion and the objective takes y'all have.
Thanks,
but real quick, I just want to say the expectations were never realistic for KD. I'm 33. I've been a Knicks fan my whole life. You gotta build through the draft. If you watch the pattern of championship teams, the foundation is built through the draft with cap flexibility to be able to sign that big free agent when they're available. So I like the plan that we're going with. I never was big on KD coming anyway, but it's KD, so I fell into it. Everything changed with the injury. We're continuing with the process of building with young players. We now have a front office that knows how to develop young players. We now have a front office that's making good decisions. Dolan, for the most part, is keeping his nose out of it, so I'm optimistic for the future.
Okay, well said, Tavon.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Tavon. Nice and short, man. Yo, callers, man, we trying to get through everybody, man, but there's so many people. Rich from Brooklyn up next, real quick, Rich. Rich still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. What's up, man?
All right, what's up,
man? I first and foremost, I appreciate everything you do. Definitely your insight on everything. I mean, I be digging Stephen A, but at the same time, he kind of just falls off the rail sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's entertainment, man. That's entertainment. You know. We taking things a bit more serious. Still having a good time, but our angle is a little bit different.
Yeah.
No doubt. A couple of points. Number one, to the last caller's point, we ain't having this conversation if KD doesn't get injured, bro. Like, we talking about KD and Kyrie on the squad, and that's just what it is, man. But honestly, I think that with all this talk about, Kyrie, first of all, Kyrie went to a team that did better without him. And, when he in the playoffs and everything, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to, downplay Kyrie's skills, because he's definitely one of the most gifted ball players that we've ever seen. But in terms of a leadership, I just don't see it, man. And to bring that to New York, I was never sold on that idea, ever. And as far as KD, I hope he comes back, because I love watching great players, man, like, period. But we're talking about, like, the bane of all NBA players, man. Like, that Achilles injury, surgery, that's not something that people just come back and they're the same players. So,
yeah,
I'm glad that we didn't go that route that we usually do, getting players that are coming off these major injuries, major surgeries. And, like, we got so many things going for us right now. Like, people don't understand. Kevin Knox is 19 years old.
Yeah.
And still
young.
Was one of the leaders in mad categories for rookies, man. So
true indeed, man.
I'm digging where we're headed, man.
Okay.
I'm in the last 6 months, particularly, I've never been so optimistic, as a Knicks fan, in terms of the direction that we're going.
Okay.
And most importantly, I don't think that it should be about wins and losses for us. I think one of the reasons why I've been so optimistic last 6 months is because of how hard we're playing. And I think that attracts players more than anything, is just playing hard. And I think that's the type of team that we're...
Well, sorry to cut you off, Rich, but that portion of it, we got to get some wins, Jales.
Yep.
It's not just about, playing hard and looking good, because that's how the Nets won this free agency. If you want to call it that. But go ahead.
That was for year one, CP.
That was year one. That was year one. Yeah. Now it counts.
Yeah. Year one was about playing hard and progression and developing the youth. Year two is still more about developing youth, but it's a lot more about progress.
Yeah.
Seeing the fruits of the labor.
Absolutely, man.
And that doesn't mean playoffs either.
Yeah. That's it.
That just means getting to that 30 win mark or so.
Absolutely.
The following year, it better be playoffs.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. The last call of the night is going to be Steve from Harlem. I know people in the chat were talking about the spam bots that's going on in the chat. I can't control it. It's a YouTube-wide issue. Trying my best to get them out of here. But it's a YouTube-wide issue. It's on every live stream. It's happening. So, Steve from Harlem, you're the last caller. Steve, how you feeling, bro?
What's good, fellas? Thanks for taking my call. I just want to make a super quick point. The last few callers have been right on point. You got to feel good about the direction that the franchise is going, and you got to tune out all the talking heads, all right?
Yeah.
The hate is always going to be there. I happen to live in Golden State for the entire rise of that team. I witnessed it myself. Yeah. I lived there. You got to be patient. The media there is different. The media here is different. And this whole narrative with Dolan, I don't buy it. You know why? I'll give you one simple fact. The New York Rangers, the New York Knicks, same owner.
Yeah.
Completely different narratives.
Yep.
All right? Completely different. Different spectrums. I mean, riddle me that.
It's true.
Just riddle me that.
It's
Be patient. We are in the best position we have been in 20 years. I'm 40 years old, third generation Knicks fan, and I have never been so hopeful in the last 15 years as we are right now. So I say, chill, relax. I'm not going to get into the roster moves. I'm not going to get into any of that. All I'm going to say is the hate is going to come. Let it all bounce off of you. Dress yourself in butter. Do whatever the F you got to do.
Let it slide
over.
Look
at the Rangers. Just look at the Rangers and look at the Knicks. I don't buy none of these talking heads.
Yeah. Oh,
point.
No, I don't
Dolan is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. He's not.
That's right.
But he is not as inept as they make him out to be. Look at what the Rangers have done. The main issue was he hired the wrong guys before.
That's right.
That's it. He hired the wrong guys. And then we threw our money at Phil and thinking that he was going to be the savior. Fine. It didn't work out. You can't put that on Dolan. You can't call him cheap. You can't lambaste him for, doing due diligence.
Yeah.
All right?
It's true.
Just think Rangers, think Knicks. Just keep it that simple.
Okay.
Tune out the noise. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. And thank you for taking my call.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks a lot, man. To the callers that we couldn't get through, my bad. We get a lot of calls, obviously. That's a good thing for the show. The show's getting obviously some good response, and we appreciate that. We definitely appreciate all of the reactions. Maybe some days, JLs, we just got to go straight calls. You know what I mean? And take some more time, but we try to run a show too, keep it balanced as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Try to keep it balanced. So we do our best in that regard. But good show again, my dude JLs. Go ahead and sign out, man.
All right, shout out to Cody. Cody says you can mute the trolls. I don't know.
Nah, it's a bit deeper than that, man. They come back like roaches, bro.
Oh man, he says it's a deeper, darker.
Yeah, it's a deeper, darker criminal link, man. They trying to stop our shine. They like the Knicks haters, man.
Yeah, man, got it. Jeez, it's like a bunch of
Yeah, man.
Galvatron was about. What's going on in Galvatron? I see you, man. Tamika Pearson. What's up, Andre Brown? What's up, Delano Steele? Hideous. What's going on? I see you out here, Alvaro Rivera.
There you go. You gotta let that roll. That double R Jackson. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Macho Man. There's a lot. I see some new names. Okay, all right. 3-0. I see you. Jay Mills. I see you. Sammy Soso. I see regulars. I see you. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. Crow Williams. Also, always. Thank you, Craig and Cody, for holding down the KOT side of things over here in the chat.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. And listen, man, salute to everybody who joined in. Hey, good show. Better days ahead. We had a tough night last night. We understand that. We understand the frustrations, but better days ahead. We got Summer League coming up at the end of this week. I will be in Vegas this Friday for Knicks versus Pelicans, RJ versus Zion. Come back to KnicksFanTV. I will be live streaming from Las Vegas. So I'll be there with a bunch of Knicks fans. And yeah, man, so stay tuned for the channel. Have some good content there. Share these videos on Twitter. #PostGameNYK. Share these videos on Twitter. You saw Mitchell Robinson rocking the shirt Let me throw that shirt back up there, man. The Mitch Please t-shirts are in stock at the KnicksFanTV store. You can get yours in the video description down below. Your Mitch Please t-shirts in the video description down below. And once again, the show's available in audio format: iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, on the KnicksFanTV. Listen to it at work if you missed it. And thanks for everybody for joining. Jeremy Maynard, appreciate it, man. Jordan, Quiet Money, thanks a lot. Salute to all the mods: TM, Above the Rim, Dave, Alex Collins, Naomi, thank you. Pat Edick, Big Timer, Steve Taines, Chris Norman, thank you. Sean Gallagher, thank you. Gregory Lee, appreciate it. Ari, keep the faith, Ari, man. We'll talk. And everybody, we'll check you guys over the weekend. I got a podcast coming up on RJ Barrett that'll be dropped this weekend, and then I'll be in Vegas, man. So just make sure you stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Salute to all the supporters, man. We'll be back. Peace.